In 2012, Sustainable Kingston and TV Cogeco produced an award-winning documentary series on sustainable initiatives, and we're teaming up again. Volunteerism is often considered the fabric of a healthy community, whether this be helping a neighbor, serving lunch at church, or donating time to help a not-for-profit. This year's Sustainable Kingston Community Profile Series will focus on local volunteers and organizations, highlighting Kingston's fabric. A perfect example of volunteerism in our community is a recent collaborative effort between TV Cogeco and the Lung Association.
2 and 1.
Did you know that you have more than 2,000 kilometers of airways in your body?
Using local actors volunteering their time, TV Cogeco and the Lung Association worked together to produce a 6-part public service announcement series on lung health.
Let's get cleaning.
Really? Really?
All right.
Don't you blink.
So the Lung Association and TV Cogeco had decided to put together some public service announcements. And through the process, I watched how we directed the film, how we produced the film, and how we got from the beginning of the process to the end of the process.
That's why planning ahead and having an action.
Yeah, that's good.
A few months ago, we were approached by the Kingston Lung Association. The Kingston Lung Association wanted to increase their visibility in the Kingston community. We brainstormed a little bit, and we came up with the idea that one of maybe best ways we could do this is by producing a series of public service announcements. So basically, educational videos. So we'd show on the TV Cogeco station to help educate the public to issues regarding lung health.
So we had 2 lovely volunteers who are actors being the models to promoting this information. And there was actor scripts involved, there's music and there's background information that we need to shoot. Also working with the actors themselves, helping them to realize how important it is to get the information out in an entertaining manner, but be correct.
Oh, of course, that's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There's a little bit of...
One of the interesting things about this project is that April McCann was actually a volunteer with TV Cogeco. So we already had an existing relationship. April works as a camera operator for studio shows at TV Cogeco and for some of our event coverage as well.
Of course, I forgot about that. Kingston.
I was looking for something to do, and technology was one of the things that has always challenged me. So I had the opportunity to work behind the camera at TV Cogeco, and from there on, the staff really trusted me to move on to sound, to helping with makeup, to helping with setting up sets. And from there, I decided to ask them to come and see if they would do a program with us at the Lung Association that would highlight the importance of volunteering, but at the same time get out segments of the important pieces we are trying to make people aware of, like lung health.
We did the series of information, and it's not only geared for people with lung disease. Within the series, we also talked about air quality in the home, at work, at play, when people are outdoors and the smog level or pollution index may be high. It's important for people to pay attention to their lungs. People often don't pay attention to their lungs until something happens to them, but your lungs are extremely important, and every day we breathe and we take it for granted that we're breathing. Only when somebody has trouble with their lungs or having a difficult breathing moment do they ever think about it.
The farther along the air goes into each lung, the smaller the airways get, just like in this.
What we do at TV Cogeco is we're facilitators for the community to tell their own stories. And to that end, this was a community project from the start. We were approached by the Lung Association. A group of people had an idea and said, this is our vision, this is where we want to go with this. And then over the course of several months, and this has included script writing, bringing a spokesperson from the Lung Association down from Toronto to do some voiceovers, getting the local actors involved, doing some rehearsals, doing the shooting. It was a long process. So to be a facilitator of that, to facilitate others' ideas and to see it come to fruition, and again to sort of help further help our community, that's great. It was great to be involved with, and we were happy to be involved with it.
I absolutely enjoy working with the people in the community who volunteer because they show me their expertise in what they do so well. But besides that, I see them grow into looking at why they're volunteering and how they're volunteering, and sometimes they surprise you. Sometimes you get a person who says, oh, I can't do that, but then you find out they love doing it because they watch other people. So they're learning as they're growing. I like working with youth because they're the people, the citizens of the future, who need to feel comfortable now stepping outside the bounds of their family or their school or their church and work in the community to provide and help the Lung Association meet their mission.
That's why planning ahead and having an action plan for school is so important.
Here's some tips to help.
So volunteers make stuff happen. In my job, I get to work with volunteers all of the time, not just in TV Cogeco, but in probably 80% of the stories that we do for our news magazine program. It's volunteers. These are people who are out there doing this, making stuff happen in the community, not just for a paycheck, but to make the community and the city a better place to live. So if there were no volunteers, there'd be a lot less things to do in Kingston, and I think we'd be in a pretty tough spot if we didn't have volunteers working in the city.
Try not.
We rely on volunteers in this community, whether it's with the Lung Association or TV Cogeco. And it's so important that people in our community give back in some way so that we can sustain a healthy community.
All right, let's hit the road.
So kind of loving. Okay.
Yeah, because you're
Volunteerism is the foundation for any sustainable community. For more information, check out sustainablekingston.ca.
Purity, and then a voice comes in. A
Yeah, yeah.
voiceover will come in,
Yeah.
and so then